First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And some space here. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Alert, 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 alert.
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
A very solid gain of 27. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Switch, switch, switch. King, king, king. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, open. Hey, watch the slip.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Forbath will put this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
56. Hey, pick it up, defense.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Got it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now from the 50. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd and inches, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
56. Right there. 56.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kicker's watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
Hurry, hurry. Up. Hey, seam 6.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check the backer.
Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind.
Yeah, this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Hurry! Mike, 58, right there. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these run. Hey, I-7. Watch the curve. I got you.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum of the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard.
Here we go. Look the outlaw. Watch 54. Watch the run. 20. Check 25. Watch the shift.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Let's go, boys.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 32-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Now Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. Mayfield now. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. Play action now. Bridgewater. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The point after is good, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Set. 80 weapons. 5. Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Right there.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Alert, 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 alert. Regular.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield off the play fake. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up second and 2 at the 35-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. To throw, Bridgewater. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first and 10. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And his throw here is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And it's caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Check four.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite third and long on the horizon. Third and long for Mayfield. They'll let it fly for Austin. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. They come out here in the eye.
That's what I do. Check.
On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack. Malcolm Smith able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mike, here we go, D.
Hey, exit. Slow. No.
They'll run with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Hey, dude.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Bridgewater. That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Give them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Man, that's trash. That's set up.
On 2nd down and 4, Bridgewater. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Well, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Montgomery. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Bridgewater now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out right. Looking downfield for Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 44. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 11 now, Bridgewater, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas. Woo! Let's get it.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Greystone, travel. Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin with 2 ticks remaining, as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside